What's up, YouTube? It's Sellout Scott, and we're going to be reacting to, as you can see, Indiana Fever versus New York Liberty. And I'm be straight up with y'all. Y'all can probably already guess and assume who won if you don't know already. So pretty much, I'm just gonna be critiquing, and then I'm be straight up. This gonna be fucking. I didn't even watch it yet because I couldn't even finish watching the full game. Turned it off. This is just gonna be Laney Hamilton highlights. I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. Let's just go to it.
In Brooklyn for the New York Liberty as they welcome in #1 overall draft pick Caitlin Clark and Whitney Vandersloot back in the fold. It is the
Honestly, a good name for her is Lady Hamilton. I don't know if I'm the only person that thinks that, but I think this is a good nickname for her. Now let's look at the start. Why the fuck is she the small forward? Why? What logical sense does that make? Or Christy sides? So it's just so frustrating. She cannot guard her. None of these three people can guard her. Why the bro? This one. What's so hard about putting number 33? Okay, I can see Caitlin, Kelsey. Okay, well, Caitlin right here, Kelsey right here, number 33 right here. I could live with the rest. I could live with that. Because the true center, she's injured because of her foot. I could live with that. Versus fucking three guards, and you got to guard her. That's in my head. She a small forward, but it's whatever. It's my God.
usual suspects for the Liberty as they look to win. Taking the first two meetings between the Fever and Liberty this season. And it's Liberty controlling the tap, and right off the tap, it's Breanna Stewart.
Not even
and
5
open
seconds.
looks at three. New York started 7 of 11 from downtown, and that one, and right on cue, it's Jones is out as well. A key veteran on this Indiana team as Ionescu goes baseline and lays it up and in, and it's a
Smith facing up, utilizing her mobility, attacking and being aggressive early.
nice look inside to Breanna Laney Hamilton from Jones, and Lynn Clark, long three, no good, and Sabrina Ionescu pulls down the board. Now a long look ahead pass and a great look from Laney Hamilton to Jones. We can come up with something. We'll workshop it.
We're workshopping it.
Kelsey Mitchell lays it up, and
They play defense. They can hit threes, and they're tough.
nice move there.
Hey, that was a pretty good tough shot. That was a
By
good shot.
Sloot as she gets
Gaining the rhythm, because she spent the whole offseason, she took off from going overseas. And just listen to her body. And so today, she told me a lot of players like that makes them go lateral. She's going to continue to get to the basket.
now Jonquel Jones doing her best point guard impression. She could play point forward. She takes the top of the key three, no good. 9 to shoot here as Boston works on Jones. Inside
I ain't gonna say nothing.
in the paint and a travel on Boston.
Higher, no practice. Really tough. This is the third time they're seeing the Liberty alone.
Nice turnaround look there by Stewie.
Shit,
And
Lady
Justin, one of the
KD.
things that's key here in getting Clark going and each other is
Damn.
helping each other find space.
Breanna Laney Hamilton.
I'm transitioning
Lady
into this league,
Hamilton.
but it doesn't take away my love for the game. I just always put things in perspective as Breanna Stewart nails that.
Go pick up Caitlin Clark,
Cried,
except for
bitch.
Aaliyah Boston. And even that took a little time. So for me, for the Indiana Fever, their culture building, you know, people talk about, well, does Indiana need an enforcer? Perhaps, but I think bigger than that, they got to work on togetherness. And that comes with the Liberty.
There you go.
These two teams are in different places.
Christy Wallace with the answer there to Sabrina.
Grit and size she brings defensively.
And you saw what Sandy Brondello said after the game in the locker room as Boston gets that kind of the same journey, to your point, that Breanna Laney Hamilton has. She was,
It's a defensive lineup.
and we talked about her plus 64 plus minus in the first 2 games against Indiana. She also leads the WNBA.
Yes.
Right.
And so Niara Sabally, Kennedy Burke, these are players that can give John Clark.
Phoebish and Kennedy Burke. Phoebish in Spain and Burke in France. Oh, nice turnaround jumper there from Fort Wing as well. So this is no surprise what we're seeing here the last 2 games, especially for Thornton, as Boston gets fouled there.
They're often looking at Aaliyah Boston to be a leader for the team.
Get the official.
Season. There's so much conversation around the Indiana Fever that
it's been the second and third quarter that's been the issue for the Liberty. So let's see if they can have a better one here today as Clark finally hits her ball.
They finally did a play for Caitlin. Finally.
She's
Jesus
up and down
Christ.
the court. Players are
Took a
being
whole
physical.
fucking quarter and a half.
You know, she's not necessarily making all the shots, and she's staying.
For those of y'all who can't see sarcasm, no, it didn't take a quarter and a half. It took 1 quarter. Please don't say anything. Jesus.
He's with it.
Second game of a back.
Today, Caitlin talking about, I have to get out of some bad habits that I had in college that just don't work here.
Thank you, Tina. Barclays is the official.
Suddenly you're on a team that's been struggling. That's how they got you. And I thought it's a brilliant situations where you might be losing, how to keep your joy through the leader, as a future leader for the franchise. And that takes a little bit of perspective. And a nice 2-player game there from the guards.
Now, she's back here, but she plays in London. She said, playing with Caitlin Clark.
That's the hardest transition for a point guard. You know, understanding that the plays you thought were open in college, they're not open now.
I don't know how the fuck she made that shot, but hey, I'll take it.
Indiana University. So she was a fan favorite for this team. Her home attendance in 5 games for the Fever. Here's Jonquel Jones into the paint. That was too easy work. Blocked, denied by JJ. Get that out of there. Nice look from Sloot to Laney Hamilton. What a made field goals for the Liberty. Now a steal. Sloot breaks out, 3-on-1. Here's Laney Hamilton, gives it back, and Sloot lays it up and in.
Pain, plus the whole preseason and a chance to work together.
That's one thing a lot of people have said. Even though I'm pretty sure, what's her name? Wheeler probably made her first 3-pointer NBA history right there. For the
lays it up and in.
Pain, plus the whole.
Caitlin needs to work on her floater. Now, I'm not saying she would have made this if she would have ran in at full speed and did it, but at the same time,
and here's Laney Hamilton, gives it
if
back,
she just like,
and Sloot lays it up and in.
Pain, plus the whole preseason.
if she had like a floater or mid-range, she maybe could have sidestepped to the left, because she does like to do that and then scored. Because a lot of times they pass out the misses, or they pass out to somebody that's scared to shoot, if they're not fucking wide open from 15 feet away from the next person. So that's just
chance to work together. There's chemistry now to go along with the talent as Wheeler knocks down that. Was trying to get in shape coming off of an injury. And then you've got Stewie, who was shopping for furniture. I don't think she had a couch.
It might have taken a little time to get there last season. This season, the Liberty hit the ground running, and Wheeler misses that one.
See, now she thinks she's a shooter, and now she can't hit the fucking rim. See, that's what I'm saying. Please trade her, please.
Having that
Waste
situation, that experience for the first time in their careers, I do think the moment was big and a great learning experience for us, talking less and allowing the starting returner group to do the talking and set the culture for the team. And a lot of times, like starter
blitz.
But I'll be lying to say Mitchell didn't go off this game. I'll be lying. But as you guys can see, they do actually have a chance to come back. You'll just keep watching.
It's on Ionescu. Now it backs off. Now it's Burke working on Clark. Puts it off the window, no good, but Jones is there for the follow.
Defense and establishing inside. That is a form of leadership. For Stewie in particular, too, you know, her shot hasn't necessarily finding ways to affect the game. It's a quiet leadership.
Definitely is, as Ionescu carries a heavy stick in the lane as she hits that one, and now Mitchell trying to answer, and it rattles around and goes down. So he's only 13. They led by as many as 21. Here's Kennedy.
Why the
Burke,
fuck is she wide open?
13. They led by as many as 21.
You just ball watching, man. Like I said, pay attention to what happened. They had a chance. Now just pay attention to what happens.
Here's Kennedy Burke in the corner. Kaboom! So you have the top overall scorer in NCAA history here in Caitlin Clark, and the 4th overall scorer in Kelsey Mitchell. Jonquel, bit of a soft pass there. Clark gets in the passing lane, lays it up, does not put it in, but right there.
I'm not gonna lie, she did blow that layup. I'm not used to seeing that, but for the second time in history, she made herself useful. So
pretty are. So it's like each quarter, what's the standard you can hold your
I don't
supporters?
think she missed any
Second
shots
and
wide
third
open
have
this game.
been
I'll be so serious. I think she hit every fucking
problem at
thing
Clark.
wide open.
Intercepting that pass from Courtney Vandersloot. Now gets it out to Smith, and she connects on the baseline. And that was in her blistering second half.
Okay, I don't like the way they're starting the second half.
As Nalissa Smith with the interception, but the second and third quarters, for now, in the third, remain to be an issue as Breanna Laney Hamilton
She's such a
gets
problem.
against JJ, gets it out to Clark, no good on the three. Good hustle there by Smith. Nice bullet pass inside to Mitchell, who lays it.
They're all-stars for Indy.
Just 6 turnovers for the Liberty in the first half, and 3 already here.
Yep.
I actually have a
An
chance.
8-2 run
As of
over the
now.
last 3:16.
Lethargic and sloppy start to the second half for the Liberty. And then also
Set Roz, followed by a blitz on Caitlin Clark, leading to a turnover.
Why the fuck is she wide open?
Set Roz, followed by a
Look at her. Look at her. You're already losing by more than 10 points. The fuck would you risk it I swear to God if that's Sabrina. I swear to God if that's Sabrina. Let me see.
blitz on Caitlin Clark, leading to a turnover. And now a triple from Sabrina Clark.
You guys could kind of see why they blew their chances, right? Why are you trying to
Misses on the answer. Here comes Breanna Stewart. So out of the timeout from Sandy Brondello.
Vandersloot?
seeing the Liberty steamroll a team all the way through.
And this is the benefit of having a coach like Sandy Brondello. Get up.
Alley-oops to Courtney Vandersloot. Everybody who's on the court for the Liberty, of everyone else, go for it. And I'm you know what? And that's not just
Joel Kate with the assist. Van Air Sloot.
I was
We were
used to
saying
seeing
that in the
I know.
first quarter. We're workshopping stuff.
Listen, I never said I was a
Sloot gets it over to Stewie. Liberty slow things down. It's Laney.
she was a little late,
And
with that
board
switch,
her
but at
11.
least you tried.
Nice look inside. 2-woman game. Stewie and Sabrina.
sort of practice
Yeah.
to learn.
Practicing's the biggest part of it as Burke dials it up and knocks it down. Kennedy. And now Breanna Laney Hamilton with the steal, but gives it up to Boston. Katie Lou Samuelson over to Wheeler. That was trying to set herself up back in that same spot, but couldn't corral it. Now down to 2, Laney Hamilton forced to take it, and Queen Bee drills it. Matching their largest lead at
Told y'all, man. Lady Hamilton highlights.
22. And Boston will head to the free throw line to case today for the Liberty.
I don't even think she made both of
12
these.
points off the bench. 10 of them come.
The biggest keys to the season is the emergence of X factors.
I mean,
of
it
these
probably
are
don't
players
matter
who are
anymore, but-
MVPs of league, stars of where they played. So one of the hardest and roll waiting for them.
It's also learning to play with, for them to weave in with the starters. 3 to shoot here. Clark got caught up at the top in a.
Let's run that back. Was that Caitlin's fault? Let me see.
It's also learning to play with, for them to weave in with the starters.
I'm not gonna lie, Caitlin. You should have just shot that. I would say that is her fault because they put them in a fucking 1-second decision situation. She should have just stepped, shot it. I don't know. I don't know why she didn't take that shot. Maybe she's trying to be more of a team player, but it's not the time for that right now.
There's 3 to shoot here. Clark got caught up at the top in a. Another.
She should have
defensive
shot
end.
that.
And last season, the Liberty improved over the course of the year and ended as a really great defense. Third in the league in
Jesus
defense
Christ, I gotta see that
over the
again. That
course of
shit
the
was
year
cold.
and ended as a really great defense. Third in the league in defense. Stewie's been fine this season, I think, but she's found, because she's so excellent, she's found so many ways to affect.
Can never forget.
Nalissa is the only person I've seen in a league with a floater. Now, granted, I only watch versus Indiana games. Only woman I've seen with a floater. If Caitlin had that, maybe their record wouldn't be so fucking horrible. Would it still be negative? Probably, but maybe they won the extra 2 games or so. If Caitlin could do something in the mid range.
Ellie, and it's her birthday coming up too on June 9th.
Wow, happy birthday, Ellie, early.
That's bullshit. That's
brand
bullshit.
names
That's
Unlimited.
That's bullshit. I'm not gonna lie.
Liberty PR.
Yep.
Media relations. Such a huge help to. He's bringing his suit game too, the A game, as Katie Lou Samuelson misses wide right there, but Smith with the rebound and now Kayla Thornton steps back, takes the jumper, no good. Jonquel Jones gets the board, puts it up and in. Jonquel Jones
is one of the most important pieces to what.
She may not be the best on offense, but I feel like Katie Lou, she's like, from the brief things I've seen of her, because as far as they touch her, she don't touch the floor as much as, somebody like, how did I draw a blank on her name? On somebody like Kelsey. But I feel like she's at least a defensive presence. Like, she actually puts forth the effort.
They do.
Kayla Thornton, wing three, no good.
Time, and Jonquel says when it happens, we know that a good shot is also coming next for us.
Tina, thank you.
Honestly, if I could pick the starting lineup, it would be her, Caitlin, Nalissa, and Austin. Who would I pick? Okay, with no injuries barred, I'd have the other center back. I forgot her name. The one with the foot injury. I'd have her. And then I guess Aaliyah with no other choice with the with injuries bar, and then Kelsey as the 6 man. I don't care who's seventh and all that stuff, and just trade, just trade Wheeler, please. Contract.
For that, as Smith connects on the three.
When you know the ball could come your way, you run harder. You run with your head and hands up. When you trust that it's not.
3-second violation on New York, so it'll be a free throw for Katie Lou Samuelson. For the collective to get to that goal that you're talking about.
This is completely team first here.
And they handled the pressure, and they were able.
Okay, let's be honest. This shit over with. This is over with. Now let me see. Can I go to the? Forgot what I was about to say, but as you can see, Caitlin had a bad game. I think she scored 3. Let me go back to the highlights. Switch that over. One second. Ooh, okay. So as you can see, Caitlin went 1 for 10, made 1 3, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block, and 3 turnovers. And what was that? 2 personal fouls. But yeah, she didn't play too well. But I will say this. Okay. Yeah, I'll say it. If she would have got 20 shots, no, they still would have lost regardless how many. I feel like they was gonna lose this bitch regardless. I'm not gonna lie. This shit was they were gonna lose. This New York is just a better team. It's not much to say, but Kayla had a bad game, so it didn't help. But it's whatever they lost. To the point where I don't even. Hey, if Caitlin requested a trade or something, I wouldn't be mad. I really don't think Indiana has her best interest now with this coach. I feel like if the coach doesn't leave, then the team will stay dysfunctional and garbage. So that's just how I feel. I will be making another video. Oh god. Talking more on this topic, but if you guys like the video, subscribe, you want no pressure, and probably won't have no more highlights till Friday when they play against Washington. That should be an easy game to win. They lose that one, might delete my channel. They lose that one. There's no excuse. Do not be Washington first W. Y'all got a week off. Bro, Washington should not get their first W. Let it be the team after. Please let y'all get y'all third one. But pretty much it. If you like the video, subscribe if you want no pressure, and I'll see y'all sellouts on the next one.